Right. So, next review is going to be for Swarm. Swarm is the new show from the creative mind of Donald Glover. Donald Glover, who people know he created the show Atlanta. Atlanta, which was a big hit for FX. Loved that show. We did a review of that series. It just ended recently. It was last year. It just ended. So I thought it ended amazing. I thought that is one of my favorite shows ever. So I was excited to know that he was back again doing another project. This time it is on Prime. And this time it is doing something, kind of related to the music industry again, like how Atlanta was about a rapper. This time around, it's about fan celebrity culture. In this case, it's taking aim at people who are stans. You have a character named Dre, who's played by Dominique Fishback, and she's obsessed over a singer in this world called Nyjah. Nyjah, who is basically, it's a Beyonce implant, basically. I mean, you see it. It's like, the nickname for the group that she's a part of is called the Swarm. Again, it's very similar to like how in real life Beyonce, her fan group is called the Beehive. It makes references to it, and also what happened. Like you have these fans who will pay ridiculous amounts of prices for tickets, like $1,800 and everything like that. Like I know that was going on when Beyonce just recently she announced her concert for her Renaissance tour that was going on. So you had a lot of that going on. So it's very much mirroring that type of situation. And with the Dre character, she becomes so obsessed over Nyjah, and it kind of takes a very dark turn with this series. And a lot of watching this series, it's only 7 episodes. Each episode is about 30 plus minutes, is where kind of things are going and kind of all these crazy kind of turns that it takes with it. And I think it does do well kind of blending. It's very much a dark comedy type show, even mix of horror in here as well. Where you see with the character of Dre and Dominique Fishback, who does, I think, an amazing job as a titular character here, playing this kind of obsessed fan. Also in the series, you'll see Chloe Bailey, who is a performer herself. Seems like she's getting a little bit more acting. Her sister is Haley Bailey. They form the musical duo Chloe Haley, and they actually do really good music. I don't know if you ever checked it out. Highly recommend it. I like their records a lot. She's the sister of Dre. Also, you have Damien Idris in this. Damien Idris, who people know he was in Snowfall. That's kind of one big thing he was on, which also just recently ended, which was the John Singleton show. Oh, you say great show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. So he plays the boyfriend of the Marissa character, who's Chloe Bailey. And throughout the series, you'll see a lot of kind of other kind of people kind of come in and out. You'll see like, for instance, Billy. Is it Eilish? Is that how you say her last name, Eilish? Or
Eilish?
Eilish.
Eilish. Eilish. Okay.
Or whatever. Well, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Okay. You'll see her in the show. She kind of makes an appearance. I think this is her. Is this her acting debut? I think it is. I can't remember. But she.
I think that's this major. Yeah.
Okay. So she pops up in the series. You also see people like Kiersey Clemons, who shows up towards the latter part of the series. Roy Culkin, who's one of the Culkin brothers. You see he'll pop up. So you'll see some of the other kind of names pop up throughout the series because she kind of runs into all these different people over the course of the series while she's kind of traveling the United States, and you'll know why she kind of goes on this spree. So I like how the series, which I kind of touches on and taking it very much to extreme levels of fan obsessed culture, because back before to be a stan. That was kind of a pejorative, that was used as kind of an insult. I mean, that kind of comes from, the Eminem song Stan, which was a classic song from him, of somebody who was an obsessive fan. But now you have people who proudly call themselves stans, who say that with pride, that I am a stan. I am a person, who obsesses over this and knows everything about this artist, and will defend them all day online, going back and forth with other people online, arguing about the artist. And there was even just something recently where a YouTuber she talked about an artist. It wasn't Beyonce, but it was another person, and the fans ended up doxing her. They found out where her nephew went to school, and they sent threats to the school and said they were gonna like bomb the school or shoot up the school or something like that. You know what I mean? So it could get to crazy levels sometimes. What a lot of these fans will do in defense of their favorite artist. And I know Hunter, you've seen the series. There, you said you checked it out.
Yeah,
Um, so, um,
yeah.
so let me know if you want to kind of chime in on anything I'm saying here at all. But I really enjoyed this series a lot. I really loved what it was doing. I loved how it very much kind of like similar with Atlanta. It can have that kind of surreal feel to it, and it can kind of bounce around with the comedy, and it can kind of touch on the horror stuff. And it's a little bit of what Atlanta did, but I think it's taken it to much more of an extreme level here, where you have this character in Dre who is just absolutely, and you could tell that maybe there's some mental factors kind of going on here that are pushing her this way. She does have this very close relationship with her sister that you see when that kind of ends up ending, that even pushes her further off the edge, which is kind of drives her further off the edge, which is also damaging for her. I'm wondering if this is going to get any awards attention. I would love to see it for Dominique Fishback, because I do think she is that fantastic in it, in the way she kind of plays it, of playing a person who is so driven, because she ends up kind of taking on these new identities and meeting these new people and kind of in these new scenarios. I think one of my favorite episodes, I want to ask you, Hunter, maybe you had a favorite episode that you want to mention, was the episode where it was the episode where she meets the female commune. There, I think is how you describe it, like this female empowerment group. I really love that episode. And that episode, let's see, I think that episode's episode 5, I believe it is, or is it episode 4, where she kind of, yeah, it's episode 4, running scared, where she ends up kind of running into this kind of female empowerment group, and that the way it ends, it's horrifying, but it's also incredibly funny at the same time, and that kind of just goes to show you kind of the writing here that does. I mean, because you do have the same team behind Atlanta of like Donald Glover, you have Stephen Glover, who's the brother, there, and then you have also who John Glover, who directed the first episode. The main person who directs the episodes here is a person named Adima Ibu, and Stephen Glover directs also only one episode here. But the guy by the name of Adima Ibu, he's the one that majority directs most of the episodes. Did you have anything you want to kind of mention at all, Hunter? You watching the series?
I'll be real. I watched it like a month ago, and I didn't take any notes on it.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it. I was lucky to get it early, and I zoomed through it. Really enjoyed it. I think the music is amazing that you do get in the show, and something we don't talk about a lot. The cinematography is
mm,
fantastic. It has this like really intense fever dream aspect to it, and yeah, the show gets fucked. Like it gets fucked pretty quickly. Just the more you watch it, you're like, God damn. And even from the opening scene where oh my god, why am I blanking on the main character's name?
Dre,
Help me out.
Dre.
Thank you. Where she buys those tickets and you just see how much the tickets are. You're like, girl, why are you like? I love me some Kendrick. I love Kendrick Lamar so much. I would not pay that much to see Kendrick live. Like I saw what she was paying, I was like, girl, like come on now, really? And just from that moment, you're like, oh, she's serious. Probably too serious. Actually, what am I saying? Probably she is too serious. And just to see that spiral and what institutes. I think the thing about the conversation on this is while Atlanta is uncomfortable as far as some of the questions it raises, I think talking about social media and our infatuation with celebrity is a very uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. And I've talked about it myself. I don't like Beyonce. I've never been crazy about her solo career. I think she's
Well, hey, shit, don't say that shit on
fine.
here, man. You gonna get some behead. Don't say that shit on here now. What the fuck?
uh, go on the Real Pineapple. You can yell at me there too. But it's really interesting that conversation about our fandom. And we've talked about Star Wars fans and Marvel fans and Snyder fans and just how incredibly intense and terrible fans can be, and how they can just kind of fuck up the program. And this show really puts a uncomfortable lens on how we could potentially contribute to that, and that's a conversation in itself that I don't think people want to have. But um, if you're willing to kind of get a little weird, because it does get weird, I think it's well worth your time, and I think it'll be one of the best shows of the year when it's all said and done.
Yeah. So the person I mentioned that directed majority of the episodes, Adema Obu, so it's a woman. She directed Hunk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, which I did not like that movie too much.
Boo.
But I think she does a great job with the direction of these episodes. Like I said, the look of the episodes is also really great. What they do here, and some really great scenes. Like the scene I mentioned with when she's part of the female power group, but she's talking to Billie Eilish, is really good there. That scene where she kind of breaks her down a little bit and tries to get inside her head a little bit. I think that's a terrific scene. Just the moments with Dominic Fishback's, like where she's interacting with another character. It's a scene where she's in the mall, and she meets a person that she knew before she started traveling. And she runs into her and she starts telling her this lie about how she does makeup for Nija's mother, and she starts crying and tears. I was like, just that ability I think is really good. And really scary. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like what Mia Goth did with Pearl, where she was kind of able to do a lot of good stuff there. And I kind of really loved that a lot. The people that kind of come in and in and out of this show also do really wonderful. You have Paris Jackson, who's the daughter of Michael Jackson. She makes an appearance in here, and she has a really funny appearance where she kind of compares herself to Halsey. And it's like, damn, Paris Jackson just that's just a pure white woman. I mean, that's just pure white woman right there. Like just no drop of black. I mean, wow. But she kind of makes a funny kind of appearance here with the whole kind of Halsey comparison there, because Halsey's also part black herself. So it's like a funny little connection there with Paris Jackson being the daughter of Michael Jackson. Yeah, man, I really I loved like when she's kind of interact with all these kind of different people she meets. She does a lot of people dirty in this show. There's this one guy she meets that because she'll do anything necessary to see Nija. She'll do anything that's necessary. There's this one guy who he's working like I think it was like he was working an album release party. I believe a part of the staff for one of the,
Yeah.
and she kind of seduces him. And these people are nice to her too, man. Like she breaks into his home, and you think like somebody breaks into your home, you be kicking them out, but he's like, fuck it, I guess stay. You hungry? I'll get you something to eat. I'll feed you, and then he ends up bringing her to the event, and she locks him in the freezer. And just takes off with his uniform and badge. It's like, God damn. It's like, I mean, these people, I mean, they are just, what I mean, just treating her like with so much kindness and love. And then she just fucks these people over, man. And it's just crazy to see. So the show, I think, keeps you interested to watch, episode to episode, and when it, and to see where, where all these things end up. You said you had one complaint was they should have switched the 6th episode and the 7th episode.
Yeah. It's blurry, so I don't want to say why, but when you see it, you'll get it.
Yeah, I kind of feel similar. I get what you're saying, that they maybe should have done the reverse of that, because the way it ends, it feels like, I guess you could have had this 6th episode be the ending of the series. And did you have any other complaints of the show? Because yeah.
That was, and honestly, I think I don't want to say it's a small gripe, but it's not super affecting my gripe. Like I was just like, this is still amazing, and it stuck with me. That's the thing. If I'm thinking about something a month after I watched it, it's like okay, because yeah, like I think I watched this. Oh God, when did I watch this? I think I watched this like May 1st, or no, like March 1st. So I watched, or no, I watched it in February. I watched it like late February. So yeah, I watched it a minute ago, and I still am like, oh yeah, I like that scene. I like that scene. So, um, I think it's something like Atlanta. You could go back and watch multiple episodes over again and get something new out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I would love to watch this again, go back, and check it out. And like I said, maybe you'll pick up some more things, get some more references in it. And again, I think I would love to see maybe, I mean, instead of Jordan Peele doing Twilight Zone, maybe it should have been Donald Glover and Stephen Glover. Maybe they should have been doing Twilight Zone instead of Jordan Peele, because I thought that, yeah, I mean, what they do with kind of like the horror, the surreal aspects, fit very well here. So yeah, I would give this a strong tune in. I highly recommend checking it out on Amazon Prime right now. Quick watch. I watched it in a day. Like I said, each episode 30 minutes, 7 episodes. You can probably finish this in a day, wrap it up. But yeah, very strong stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm right there with you on the strong tune in. Like on a rewatch, it might be a load that's a cinema because I really, yeah, what Dre, some of the shit Dre does, and again, we're kind of dancing around a lot of it. Her shit gets fucked by the end. You're just like, girl, god damn. It's like, will you ease the fuck up? And it's kind of fascinating to see her. Uh, it's kind of like Ingrid. This would be a great companion piece with Ingrid Goes West. Like I would watch Ingrid Goes West back to back with this, and just go like, oh yeah, this is like man, women are terrifying. But yeah, check this out. It's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I echo pretty much everything you said. Yeah, the strong tune in.
Yeah. Yeah. Dominic Fishback. She was also in. I was looking her up. She was also in Judas and the Black Messiah. She was in the love interest of that. She was the wife of Fred Hampton. In that movie. So I forgot she was in that. Saw that a while ago. So yeah, check it out, people.